All right, so good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. As you can see, my name's Bridget. 14 and a half years ago, somebody came and spoke to me about this amazing company and the opportunity, and they showed me a presentation very similar to the one that you're going to see this evening. I had, at that point, been an entrepreneur in traditional businesses, first in hospitality and then in high-end luxury fashion and manufacturing in Paris, although I'm originally from Poole in Dorset. And I was looking for change. I wanted a business that would give me more flexibility time-wise and one that would give me an opportunity to scale without scaling costs. And as a traditional business owner, that was going to be very difficult because every time I wanted to buy a new business, it was an enormous amount of investment. But this was completely different. I had never, ever done anything like this in my life before. I had no experience whatsoever in the beauty industry. But I was very, very interested, of course, in the products and the technology. I was 47 at the time, and I started to notice some changes in my skin, and I was looking for solutions on that level as well. Here we are, 14 and a half years later. As they say, the rest is history. I'm so grateful for everything that this business has given me in terms of freedom, time freedom, being able to support my family as a single mother and sole provider. And now we have business partners and clients in over 20 countries around the world. And here we are on the eve of our next huge and most exciting expansion into India at the end of 2025. So if you're here this evening for the first time, welcome. And we're going to share some information for about 15 or 20 minutes, going to go pretty fast. Keep an eye out for anything that really resonates to you. And also, of course, you'll probably have some questions and want some clarification after this call as well. So we'll just get going now to give you a general overview. First of all, as I said yes to doing this business because I was looking to open a new business that would give me time flexibility and an opportunity to build something across the world. But people come in for different reasons. Sometimes it's just they want extra income, or they love the idea of building business in community and having travel opportunities. Whatever the reason is, there is something for everyone. So just to take a sort of an overview of the economic global megatrends, what's going on in the world right now? Well, there are lots of ones, and we are aligned with all of the major ones. First of all, artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things. Nobody is unaware now of the fact that this is the way the world is moving forward, digital-led, through artificial intelligence, and this company is really out on the leading edge of both of those things. Also, the area of beauty and wellness, social commerce, building business on social media, but not only, and also the gig economy. And just anecdotally, I've just been literally watching a video about how more and more young people are now looking for alternatives to make extra income on the side alongside their day jobs or their own businesses. But whatever that may be, we are really aligned with everything. And this isn't something that's just going to last for a season or two. These are long-term economic trends, and we need to be aligned with all of them. So a little bit about the company history. Nu Skin Enterprises, they've been around for over 40 years. So you may well wonder whether they're still current, or whether they're still staying ahead of the trends. Well, this is a company that continues to innovate and move forward. Nonetheless, it's an extremely robust company financially with a yearly revenue of over $2 billion a year. We're open now in 48 markets. India will be the 49th, and publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So that was really interesting to me. I've always been really interested in that side of business, and it made me realize that anything that the company was saying could be verified because all the information had to be transparent. And that was really, really important for me. The science side in the beginning was something that I was curious about, but not knowledgeable at all. However, when I started to learn about the science and technology that this company was investing in, notably having 75 plus in-house scientists, that completely blew my mind when I understood that other companies at best have maybe two or three, but we have 75 in-house, all PhD level and above, all with very specific qualifications and knowledge and so on. And so they really had developed this incredible nucleus of specialists which are going to make all the difference in the quality and the performance of the products. And 2021, the company, again, being very forward thinking, started to invest millions of dollars into the technology side of the company. Now, to date, they've invested over 500 million. And I do believe by the end of 2025, we'll be at about 750 million. So massive, massive reinvestment into the next 10, 20, 30, and in fact, 40 years. They have a 40-year plan in place to move this company forward into something completely different. Now, the products. No business is robust without products that are out on the leading edge, that are different and results driven, particularly in the area of beauty and wellness. And Nu Skin doesn't disappoint. We have in Europe about 250 products in our portfolio, over 600 worldwide. They start at our high-end technologies for beauty and wellness. There are everyday products in terms of our Nutricentials range, which is a bioadaptive range. And then we have an extensive range of wellness products and technologies, all of which make up a very, very vast portfolio. So there really is something for everyone. Some people will be very, very focused on the health and nutrition side. Other people more on beauty devices side. That's the side that I really, really love, although that's going to be changing because we have a new wellness technology coming at the end of the year, which is completely groundbreaking. But nonetheless, we're able to really expand our reach, our customer base, and our business partner base in lots of areas because of this diverse portfolio. So if you're here this evening as well, because we are a business overview, we need to talk about the sales performance plan. This was something that I really wanted to get to grips with very, very quickly because I wanted to understand how I would be able to earn money with the company, but still work flexibly around my personal life and my family. So some people will start this business just because they want that extra income that I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. They want to make some extra income to pay for maybe, I don't know, dance classes for their child, or sort of like a weekend away, or an extra massage once a month, or whatever it might be. Spontaneous income that doesn't have any goals or targets to reach, but just from time to time to make extra income. Everyone starts as an affiliate. Everyone starts by learning how to make that extra income from the get-go. There's a potential retail profit on the sales of the products, up to 38% markup, and a small sharing bonus as well for people that buy from one of our apps, which is called Stella, where they can share sharing links. That normally generates a couple of £100 a month extra income. So it's still really, really nice to have. Now, for somebody who wants to take it a step further, they're going to go to the next section you can see in the middle here called Build, become a brand representative. Somebody who becomes a brand representative creates, if you like, an online store. So that could be like sort of like an online e-store, if you like. This is somebody who has their own customer base, but they also help other brand affiliates develop their customer base. And their brand representative will then unlock the next level of bonus, which is called a building bonus. Now, that building bonus can be up to 40% on the combined revenue of their entire e-store. So here you're looking at a really, really nice income potential. A lot of people will decide to just stay here. They use it as creating 500, 1,000, even up to a couple of £1,000 a month. It's paid weekly. So this is a really, really nice supplemental income. When you think the average income in the UK is about £25,000, it could literally double the average income of a UK earner by staying at a brand representative level. So that's a really, really interesting option. Again, most people at this time are doing it very much part-time, evenings, weekends, whenever they get the extra time off. But it's something that can be built up to this level even at part-time. Now, I was really interested in the lead part that you can see here on the right. That basically meant that I was going to go from affiliate to brand representative and then help other people to go from affiliate to brand representative and create their e-store. In exchange for the mentoring and training that I would give to that person, I would then leverage between 5 and 15% of the revenue that they generated, whilst continuing to make my own retail profit on my customers and sharing bonus, and also unlocking up to 40% commissions on my own e-store as well. So it's cumulative, it's not instead of. And that's a really, really interesting proposition. I loved the fact that I could build and help people up to 48 markets around the world by helping them to have their own online e-store. And then they, if they wish to, could go on as well and become part of the leadership sales performance plan as well. So as I said, there really is a place for everyone. The lead part could go up to tens of thousands of pounds, dollars, euros per month. It all depends on people's level of ambition. Of course, there's no such thing as something for nothing. There's work involved. And normally when you're in the lead section, you're going to be looking towards working the business this on a more full-time basis, or certainly more hours. But there are plenty of people that still do this part-time, and they still benefit from the lead part of the compensation plan, as well as the build part and the share as well. So it's a really exciting option for anybody who wants to make a difference financially in their life. So what does that look like in concrete terms? Well, it's very simple. You can see here on the left, monthly average. I've highlighted it in yellow because this is a busy slide, but this is our official sales performance plan slide. So it's very important to show it. You can see there at the brand rep level, the average income, $512 a month. So it's about £450 a month. That's what I was saying. You know, it's a good amount of money that's still paid weekly. But some people want to then go on become a Ruby partner. The average income is about $2,500 a month, so a little bit over 2,000. That was somebody who has got their own e-store, and they've helped at least 4 other people to do that as well. The average income, as I say, is about £2,000 a month. I was really interested in the Blue Diamond Director level. As I said, I've been an entrepreneur for over 2 decades when I was introduced to this initially. I was very interested in that, and I had never done it before, but I think the one thing was that I did understand the disciplines and the structure that being an entrepreneur required. So I wanted to know how to become a Blue Diamond. I wanted to learn. I was willing to put the work in, and because that was life-changing income for me and my family. And when I hit that title, I think back in 2017, so quite a while now, this was really what I had set out to do pretty much from the get-go, within a couple of weeks of validating the products and the company and being really, really assured that I wanted to give my time and energy to this particular industry. So why is Nu Skin now investing heavily into the opening of this extraordinary market of India? Well, the numbers speak for themselves. Now, I am a numbers person, so it's not difficult to understand, but even if you're not a numbers person, why India is so exciting, and particularly here in the UK, where we have a lot of our Indian origin friends who work alongside us, and the UK is actually leading the field in the world in terms of people who are engaging on this project right now. So we're really excited about that. Well, it's the largest population in the world now, over 1.4 billion people. But the really interesting part is that there's a growing middle class. Most of those are using social media, which is an incredible vector for distribution of our products. The direct selling industry, which is our industry, is at $3.2 billion US dollars a year in 2022. It's a little bit more now. But the compounding annual growth rate, the CAGR, is at 13.3%. Now, that might not mean anything to you, but if you compare other markets that also have direct selling companies, they're at about 4 to 5%. So India is going 2.5 times faster in growth in this industry than any other country in the world. So this is a really, really exciting trajectory now on a very, very robust growth curve. Our main competitor at the moment in India does about $800 million in revenue per year. Which is a great number, but nonetheless, we have big ambitions for opening this market. We're looking at a potential yearly revenue of $1 billion US dollars. Just anecdotally as well, the Indian beauty and wellness market is around about 20 billion US dollars right now, and so we are looking at a huge slice of potential because Nu Skin is the world #1 beauty device system brand. They're also developing a unique portfolio for India, where all the products will be sourced in India. So this is a very, very serious investment for the company, and we're going to get it right. Very briefly, by way of comparison, if you look at Japan, has a population of 125 million. There are more than 300 Nu Skin business partners in Japan who have earned more than $1 million each. They're called Circle of Excellence members. So as you can see, there's plenty of room for growth in India, which has a 1.4 billion population. And we're looking at around about developing 30,000 sales leaders, those people who are in the build part of the sales performance plan to develop in India. So everybody can get really, really excited about this. Now, Forbes, a very well-recognized body of financial analysts, have said that the best time to join a company is when they're in the midst of a global expansion or on a new product launch. So not only are we in the midst of a global expansion, however, we have a new technology which is revolutionary in the wellness area coming to the market at the end of 2025. It's called Prism. It's the first device ever to be able to read 9 healthcare benefits in 15 seconds in the palm of the hand. So you can imagine the potential of joining those two things together. It's going to be something which is completely extraordinary, never been done before in the world. Now, there are some compliance rules and regulations with regards to India. As a British person, I cannot work directly in India. The only people who can work directly in India are people who hold these status here that you can see on the screen. An OCI, an overseas citizen of India, so somebody who was born in India but has residency in another country. Somebody who is a person of Indian origin, or who has a father or a grandfather or a mother or a grandmother of Indian origin. So even if they were born outside of India, they still have this status of a PIO, or somebody who is a non-resident Indian, who is an Indian citizen and an expatriate in a foreign market. So those people are allowed to go and work actually in India, but so we have to partner up with people of Indian origin to be able to go and work with those people in India as well. And that's what this conversation is about this evening. So just to finish the first part, who we're looking to connect, who are we looking primarily to connect with? This is a non-exhaustive list, but it just gives you an idea, who am I going to talk to about this? Who's going to be my customers? Who's going to be my business partners? Well, from a business partner point of view, we tend to find that we work with 3 main categories of people. High potential business-minded people. I would say that was kind of my category when I came in. I had a real business-minded sort of viewpoint, if you like, and who are really, really excited about having first mover advantage going into a $20 billion market. People who want to monetize their social media for free. Now, this is really interesting because when I started 14 and a half years ago, we didn't use social media at all. And now social selling is the complete norm. And the figures are absolutely eye-watering when it comes to products and services that are bought on social media these days. So people they don't have to have a big following. It can be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. There's plenty of opportunities. I actually work quite a lot on LinkedIn as well because I like to work with professionals. But nonetheless, these are people who want to work through social media. It works very, very well. And then finally, beauty and fitness professionals, healthcare providers. Now, these people are often business owners, but they're looking to expand their customer base outside of their salons, clinics, and spas and gyms and so on and so forth. But because they're very, very limited in terms of the way that they can make money. And so they tend to be our 3 main categories. All right, so now people say, okay, that all sounds well and good. There's a couple of things that really stood out to me. What do I do right here, right now? Well, after this call, you're going to get back to the person who's invited you, and they will show you how to get started. The first thing is you need to create your account as a brand affiliate. It's completely free. You'll get sent a link. Just fill in your name, address, and you will have your email as your username, and then you put in a password, and there you are. You have your own wholesale account with the company. It really is as simple as that. It's a 5-minute or less job. Then you're going to choose some products that you want to use for yourself, that you want to try. I recommend that everybody starts with, trialing and using the beauty devices that you can see here on the screen, multiple award winning, because it's really important for us to have our own personal results. We launched a new retinol peptide complex a few weeks ago. And I've just taken my own before and afters of my results yesterday. And I am so blown away by the results on my skin. It's absolutely incredible. I'm 62 this year. So I'm really, really cautious about, keeping my skin youthful and healthy and glowing and so on. I am absolutely blown away. All my age spots have just completely disappeared in 2 weeks. So these are results-driven products because people say seeing is believing, and that is totally the truth. And we need to be able to show our own results. So it's very important to be able to, obviously you don't have to buy all the 250 products, but at least 3 or 4 products for you to try and develop your own before and after photos. Last but not least, how do I do that? Where do I get resources? Where do I get training? Well, of course, the person who introduced you to this business is going to give you step-by-step, handhold, lock-in arms training every single day. However, that's not all. You will also get access to a free, proven, step-by-step system called System 7 that will show you exactly how to get from where you are to where you want to be financially with this company. We have this system is proven, it's been going for years, it's foolproof and fail-proof, if you like, and all these resources there. We have a website, we have Facebook groups, we have trainings all over the world, pretty much every single day, and access to all the resources that we need. So it's really, really exciting to be able to have that resource at our disposal as well. Now, this isn't Nu Skin that does this. This is a company called OTG, One Team Global. It's a not-for-profit company, and this system was put together by our very, very highest performing sales leaders around the world to help new people get started in the right way. So just before we close off, I actually would like to ask Jean-Michel. Jean-Michel, you're calling in from France tonight. Would you like to tell us why you're a little bit about you in 30 seconds and why you're excited about India?
Oh, thank you very much, Bridget. So indeed, I started 10 years ago because I had an issue. I had to solve my head hair issues, and I was really diminished physically. And I was very happy to discover a company that could able and provide me solutions to come back in the business world, and also let me grow in another way, another direction. So that's generally speaking what I have done up to now. And since a year with you and others, I really believe in this new market that is coming, where Nu Skin has invested a lot of money. And with the Prism technology, I'm passionate about the scanner for many years. I do believe that this combined together is giving a huge opportunity to those who start this business now. There is a huge opportunity. It's a perfect timing. And yes, so I met Criteria. I have difficulty to spell her name very well, and she did, like me, a famous school, and she's working, and she's passionate by India because, of course, she's from India, and so she's one of the categories of people we are looking for, a highly qualified person and motivated. So yes, that was an opportunity to bring you senior people working together and building this new market in India. So if Krithia, you have some questions, of course, you are welcome to ask them.
Yes, well, I can tell you, Krithia, you're in excellent hands with Jean-Michel. He and I have been working together for many, many years. He has unbelievable knowledge around, particularly the health and wellness sector. So, yeah, you couldn't be in better hands than with Jean-Michel. He's a great guy and knows a lot about the business and the company. So that's great. Where are you calling in from?
I'm currently located in Lille, and thanks for the opportunity for me to join this meeting. It was truly a pleasure for me. And yeah, I love the products, and I see a lot of growing market in India of the product. So I think it would be a good start.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, listen, please get back to Jean-Michel if you have any questions. We can also have a follow-up call. I'd love to learn more about you. I know Lille very well. I lived, as I said, in France for over 22 years. And just as those, we've got a really international audience on this evening. We've got Kathy calling in from Texas in the USA. Bridget, the other Bridget, calling in from Switzerland. Sam is in the south of the UK, as is Denise, and obviously Jean-Michel is in Bretagne. So we're, I presume you are. I don't know. I never know quite where you are. You're always gadding around somewhere, but there we go. But yes, so as you can see, we already work internationally. This is the wonders of being able to do this online, and we're super, super happy to meet you here this evening. And thank you for coming on and joining us. That's the end of the presentation. We do these at least twice a month, and we also have other presentations going on during the month as well. Thank you so much for attending. Have a lovely rest of the evening, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Bye-bye.